So we're going to move now because I'm going to tell you, I don't know about you all, but I have been hearing about and contacted by friends. I don't know if you all have been contacted by friends who've asked you to join a blessing loom or a Sou Sou and or a giving circle. It's a way people are saying, of course, other cultures have used this to raise money in their communities, and we here in the DC area are no exception, because these giving circles or Sou Sous are spreading like wildfire. Thank you, wildfire. So anyway, after this quick video, we're going to bring on an expert from the Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking. You don't want to miss this. If you're about to join a Sou Sou, if you're in a Sou Sou, or thinking about it or starting one, you don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
If you're not familiar with a traditional Sou Sou is a savings arrangement where a group of people each pool an equal amount of money for a specific amount of time, and at some point, everyone within the Sou Sou would receive a full payout or a lump sum from the hand. What you guys are looking at is the Friends and Family Share Flower. So there are 4 positions on the flower, which equals 4 weeks. Week 1, you come in as a fire. That's when you give your $500 gift. Week 2, you move to the air position. Week 3, to the earth position. And week 4, the water position, where you are paid out the $4,000 gift. Keep in mind that everyone that's sitting in the fire position right now is responsible for bringing in 2 more fires that following week.
All right. Mr. Miles, I would love to be in the circle to get that $4,000 at the end of 4 weeks, but I don't know what else I would be facing. So we're so glad that you are here to talk to us from the Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking. Attorney Miles, who is a graduate of Harvard University, former professor at Howard School of Law, one of my professors, as a matter of fact. I'm proud to have you here, and who has taught classes and works in the area of corporations, business, and the administrative process and civil rights. And you're the Associate Commissioner of the Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking. Thank you for joining us and helping us to understand, is this legal?
Thank you, Denise, and it's a pleasure to be a part of this program. You've had a lot of very interesting pieces. I just want to say, going in, that my wife and I went to the first march on Washington, and it's always a pleasure and an honor to remember the spirit of that occasion, and we hope that it will remain. It's what we need. So, thank you for reminding us of that.
Yes.
The other thing I need to say is that the remarks I'm going to give here are my own. They are not the views of the Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking, or the commissioner, or my colleagues in the department. So you're just getting the views of Tony Miles, and I welcome the opportunity to speak about it, and welcome any questions you may have. And let me start by saying that there are 2 types of Sou Sous, and I'll Sou Sou is a just general term for this. One is something that's been around for a long time. Caribbean people have it, West African people have it, and what it is people that are related or go to church together or have that kind of closeness and know each other, who put in money at regular intervals, and they have the opportunity to get back savings program, basically, and they get back what they put in at a specified time. And that is the traditional Sou Sou. Now, the modern Sou Sou involves someone you may not know and people that you don't necessarily know, and you're told that you may get a big payout more than you put in after a certain period of time. And that is the one that I want to talk about because it's got several serious questions. And first of all, um, it's got legal risks, it's got financial risks. Uh, these things, I don't know if any of you remember the term pyramid club, but this modern day Sou Sou is really a pyramid club in new clothing or with a new label. Uh, it only works as long as new people keep coming in. You notice in the video that you're supposed to bring in two other people, and that as long as that chain keeps turning and more new people keep coming in, you have the money to pay the people that came in earlier. But all of these things end up with no more new people coming in, and then the people that came in last wind up holding the bag and they lose their money. So it's really got serious risks. And on the legal side, there you don't know what uh, kinds of things that law enforcement may take a dim view of this, the tax people may take a dim view of it. So you have to be very careful. And the safest course is probably to just avoid it. If you get called by somebody, even somebody that you know, uh, just discourage the conversation. Uh, talk about Black Lives Matter. Talk about something else that you both care about, and let the other thing just drop. And
Uh,
somebody
yeah,
says, "Sure, you have a
yeah.
question."
I wanted to jump in because I know there was a recent article written in the Washington Post. Michelle, and I don't know why our last name just escaped me.
Singletary.
Singletary, thank you so much. Michelle
Right.
Singletary did a piece a few weeks back, which is one reason why we decided to have this conversation with you, in which she said in the state of Maryland, it is illegal. And I'm glad that you distinguished the two types of susus. But I think, we all realize that a lot of Black people, particularly, are unbanked. They're going through this crisis with COVID-19 not working, but they have some financial resources. And it does appear to be, at least they feel, it's a savings plan for them to, if do nothing else, to provide for their families for a month after they've made that initial investment. Um, but I understand what you're saying. I mean, it's maybe not a good idea to participate, but I guess the question I'm really trying to figure out is, are there any um, legal implications for individuals who may participate?
Well, there are. Thank you for asking that question. And I have not identified any particular enforcement cases in the district, but uh, around the country, there are states that have gone after the people that organize these. There are states that have actually tried to claw back. And that's a term we use. If you got money that you shouldn't have been receiving, so even if you got winnings in the Sou Sou program, you may not be able to keep it. And if you do keep it, the IRS may come after you, and you may be regarded as a participant in the scheme. Just like if you've heard of Bernie Madoff, some of the people that brought in other people into his scheme wound up in trouble because the government wanted the money back that they got, and it's just full of risks. And I'm not prepared to say that it's totally illegal in the district, but I would caution anybody that's interested in it that you could wind up behind the eight ball legally and financially.
On another note, I'm just wondering, is there anything else that's going on out there? that you all are looking at DISB, that might be other kinds of financial schemes that people need to be leery of right now because of the lack of money flowing through our communities? I mean, are there some things that people should know about?
Thank you for that question. The answer is yes. And we say, in these times, difficult times for people, people are being offered opportunities to make some quick money, to recover the losses may have had in their losing a job, uh, losing some value in their investments, other things. People may be told, take your retirement money out and put it into silver because silver will hold its value, or uh, find get a loan on your retirement and use that money for this other get rich scheme. And we always say, whenever something sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. So whenever somebody comes to you with an opportunity, a proposal of this sort, ask them, are you registered with the SEC? Are you registered with the Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking? Uh, and before you put your good money into it, which you may lose, call us. Call us. The office number is 202. What is it? Uh, we've been on in this COVID basis, so I have to think for a minute. But the number is 727-8000, and you can email us at uh, www.disb.dc.gov, and it'll route you to queries and complaints. And the best way to avoid loss is just don't put your money into something you don't understand in the first place. And if you don't understand it, ask them and ask us.
I really, really appreciate you coming on and shedding some light on an activities that has become very popular in our community, and to give folks some guidance. And the show will be aired again, or people will be able to locate it on Facebook. So we're going to try to and through YouTube. So we're going to try to get this out to the community. One of our viewers, again, who's just really supporting us today, Stacy Palmer, said people really do need to hear this, and that's why we wanted you here. So we thank you so much, Attorney Miles, for spending this time. And we want the ISB back on in the future, or you or yourself, just so that we can keep the community informed on how to keep not only themselves safe, but their pocketbook safe as well.
Yeah. Well, and this is something I'd say in closing. Be very aware of your seniors, family members, and your friends, your neighbors, because some of these bad guys know how to target seniors, and they are fearful, and they are the most pathetic victims, because if they lose money, they can't get it back.
Right.
So that's my last question to you. But thank you for the opportunity to be on, and please let's stay in touch.
We'll do, and I'm glad you brought that up because I've got some of those stories as well. So we are going to talk about what's happening with our seniors. So take care, stay safe, and we'll talk soon.